Hey guys, now this is actually sort of a big change, and it's big for several reasons, but not the reasons you would initially think. Now here's what happened, okay? So basically Kindle came out and released the Fire HD. Now this Fire HD will come in two versions, a 7-inch version like the original Kindle Fire, and then it'll come with a larger version, the 8.9 inch version, right? That being said, this 8.9 inch version will kind of be unique. It's going to have an IPS display, which is pretty amazing, at the resolution that this is going at, which is 1920 by 1200, which is extremely well. That being said, here's the amazing part. It has 254 pixels per inch. Now if you're like, whoa, that sounds kind of familiar, guess what? The iPad 3rd generation, which is Retina display, and I'm putting this in quotes, but you obviously can't see, has only 10 pixels per inch more than this, which means a huge thing. This means that companies are starting to get closer to mimicking Retina display, which is great because the only reason I would even consider getting an iPad or an iPhone or any iOS device would probably Retina display, because really, if you look at the specs of it, the phone can be beaten by every single other device out there. The only thing that hasn't been beaten is the pixels per inch, which really makes the phone really, really, really clear looking. Now, yes, you can get AMOLED display, you can get the highest, the amazing screen you can see. But when it comes to increasing the pixels per inch, that really does make it clear looking. Especially when it comes to like watching like a movie on your phone or something. And I mean, I don't condone that, but if you do that, it's amazing. That being said, here I guess is the nitty gritty. The 7-inch version will cost 199 gigabytes for the 16 gigabyte version. Well, $199 for the 16 gigabyte version rather. And then the 8.9-inch version will cost $299 for the 16 gigabyte version. So for a mere $100 more, you can get an 8.9-inch version. Amazon is also going to sell a 4G LTE version for $499 with 32 gigabytes of space. For $50 a year, users can get around 250 megabytes of data a month and 20 gigabytes of cloud storage. Yeah, I think Kindle is really, really doing good on this, the Kindle series. I really do think Amazon has got their shit together. Hopefully, maybe eventually they can go and start making phones and stuff, because this kind of, I mean, if they can mimic, Retina display and with these, amazing things, I think Apple really has some huge competition, because previously, no one could beat Retina display. I mean, I've never seen a phone out there that had a higher PPI than, the Apple's Retina display devices, but I think the game's changing, and I think it's for amazing, for good. Anyways, guys, comment, rate, and subscribe.